Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be how to make keto mason jar ice cream. It is delicious. There's so many different flavors, but I'm going to show you two of my favorite flavors. In my first video that I did about keto, which I talked about my keto journey, I put the recipe in the description bar, but I thought I'd come on here and actually let you see me make it. So a lot of YouTubers do it, and a lot of YouTubers that do it, when they put in the mason jar, they shake it and shake it and shake it. Seems like to me forever. But I feel like it's so much easier just to puree it in the blender, especially for me because I have bicep tendonitis in both of my shoulders, and my shoulders have been in tons of pain lately. So that's one thing that I do not want to do. It'll just kill my shoulders more. And so I find it to be better just to use my Ninja blender, and I put it on the puree setting and I do it for 30 seconds. And it's just so much easier. It comes out fluffy, it comes out great. So I would recommend the blender, but if you want to do like other YouTubers and shake away, that's fine too. The main three things that you need to have, like I said, for me is the blender, or you can do the manual shake. And then you need the mason jars, of course. These are the mason jars that I use. They have bigger fat ones, so if you want to double or triple the recipe to have more available, that's perfect too. I just like to make this size. It comes up about to here, and it's just perfect amount for me. So these are the mason jars I use, and since I'm showing you two different flavors, I have two mason jars. So the first flavor that I'm gonna make is the butter pecan / almonds. I don't use the pecans, I do almonds. And so you could do either one. The only thing you're changing is either you choose pecans or you choose almonds. I choose almonds. So I'm gonna show you what to do. So this is, my Ninja blender has all kinds of different things. I have this one, I have a taller one, so depending on how much you're making. I use the smaller one of my Ninja blender. This one holds a max of 24 ounces. So this is just perfect because it only probably goes up to about here, so I don't need the rest of them. So I just kind of open that. I always rinse it, even though my blenders are always clean, I just give it another rinse in case water from cleaning it settles in there. So the first one I'm going to make is the butter pecan / almond. So let me just call it butter almond. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a cup. So this is my measuring cup, and you're going to pour a cup of heavy whipping cream. So let me bring the camera down and see if you can see me better doing it. So I just fill this up because this is a cup. So you want a cup of heavy whipping cream. You kind of have to squeeze the whipping cream out because it's really thick. So once you fill that cup up, then you're going to place it in your blender. And then what I do is I get a spoon because I don't want to waste all that's in there. So I get a spoon and I wipe it out. All the excess, I get as much as I can out of there. Then I put, you want 1 tablespoon of butter, so I usually use a stick of butter. So this is about the size of the butter that you want. It's 1 tablespoon, so I dump it in there. Then I dump whatever amount of almonds. I have this much left of almonds. So if I could get it open, that would be really great because my hands are really slickery from the butter. So I'm gonna pour everything I have left in there. So you could pour as much as you want. I usually pour like maybe a 1/4 cup. So this is the almonds that I use. It's the Great Value sliced almonds. And it only has 8 carbs minus the 4, so you really have 8 net carbs. And that's per 1/4 cup of serving size. So when I normally do a 1/4 cup, it would be 4 net carbs. I didn't have that much this time, so it's going to be even less than that. I'm going to try to bring the camera down so you can actually see me do this. So you might not see my whole face, but you'll see what I'm doing. Okay, so we got the cup of heavy whipping cream in there. We got the tablespoon of butter, and we got, which is probably less than a 1/4 cup, way less, probably half of a 1/4 cup of almonds. And then you want to put your maple syrup. We use the sugar-free maple syrup. Let me see the carbs on this. It's 8 grams of carb minus, oh, there's not even fiber. So it is 8 grams of carb. The serving size is 1/4 cup. I don't even use that much. I just use 2 tablespoons. So it'd probably be the half of that, or maybe even less. Don't quote me on that. I have to figure it out. But this is what the recipe calls for. So this is my 1 tablespoon measuring spoon. So I fill that up twice. You always want to get the sugar-free maple. It has less carbs. So you do 2, squeeze 2 of those. Then you want to do 1 tablespoon of your preferred sweetener. In my case, my preferred one is the, I say sure. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, so don't quote me on it. It's organic stevia. Like I had mentioned before, it's 2 grams of carb. It has no fiber, so it stays with 2 grams of 2 grams of carb, and that's for a half a tablespoon. I'm using a whole, so it'll be 4, because that's per. Let me rinse my spoon out. So we did a lot of cooking today, so excuse me if my kitchen is messy. So I just do 1 tablespoon of the sweetener. So there's so many different, there's stevia, there's all kinds of brands of the organic stevia. So this is just the one I prefer. You can get this at Walmart. It's like $6.97, $6.98. So you just put 1 tablespoon. So, and then that's it. And then we just cover this up. And in this video, I'll put again the recipe on the description, under the description bar. So then I take it, this is my blender right here, and I put it on the pyure setting, which is this one. It has an automatic count, 35 seconds. I have said 30 seconds, it's actually 35 seconds, and it counts down, so it automatically stops for you. I take it out of the blender, kind of hit it down so it could go down before I open the top up. And it kind of looks like that when it comes out. So then you want to take your mason jar. I just rinsed it out because it was clean. I have that habit since I was young. My mother taught me that even though you wash your dishes and they're in a cabinet, when you go to use them again, give them a good rinse because of the dust accumulation, or sometimes water stays in there and it settles. So then I take my big spoon and I kind of scoop the sides off and get it to the center. And then I take it and I put it in my mason jar here. Let me see if you can see that. Because it's really, really thick. And this is a long, big spoon, so it helps me to get to the bottom and get every inch of all of it. This ice cream flavor is so, so good. So easy, so fast to make. I mean, you just can't beat it. And you can eat this in 2 parts. Once the ice cream is frozen, either for you want to let it freeze for a few hours. I would say a good 5 hours, preferably overnight. Once you eat it, it's up to you. You could either share it with your husband or one of your children. It's probably enough for 2 people. I just eat it by myself, or you can split it in half. Eat it, maybe half of it now and then half of it later, or half of it the next day. However you want, or like I said, share with somebody in the family. I kind of eat the whole thing, really. It's just enough, a good serving just for me at one time. Unless I'm really full when I get to half of it, then I put the top back on and save the rest. But normally that's not how I do. It's usually so I kind of just take it down and then scoop whatever's on the side and try to get it down there. Then I put my top on. Let me wipe my hands here real quick. So this is what it looks like. I know some of the YouTubers, they do this motion. They shake and shake. I don't want to do that. You could do that if you want. I just like it to kind of stay still. By the shaking, it kind of makes it go up again, and the ice cream is all over the place. So now I just wanted to show you how they kind of shook it. So now I have to bring it down because I want it all even and in one spot. So no biggie. I just wanted to show you that. But now I took it down and kind of evened it out. That's just my cup of tea, my thing. You don't have to do it this way. You do it any way you like. But that's how you make butter almond, or like I said, if you use pecans, you could do that as well, and they're both good. So that's one. Just wanted to show you that there's a lot extra on this top of the top, so you don't want to waste any of that. So I just sorry, I thought the lid was completely off. So you just take whatever is extra, whatever you can, because you don't want to waste this ice cream because there's a lot that stays stuck on here. So I just take everything I can, go around it. Get at least another good spoon worth out of it. So I'm going to clean this up and come back with the coffee flavor. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do my keto mason jar coffee flavor ice cream. So I cleaned out all the stuff. I cleaned out my blender, cleaned out my cup again, cleaned off my spoon. I got another mason jar nice and rinsed out, cleaned out my tablespoon, just redoing it so that the flavors don't mix. For this recipe, you need your favorite flavor. It could be anything. It could be, sometimes I use the keto milkshake. In this case, I like to use the sugar-free Hills Brother cappuccino. It's sugar-free and it's French vanilla. That's why I like to use this one, because it's French vanilla. I love my Slim Fast Keto iced coffee, but it doesn't have the French flavor. So for the ice cream, I love a little extra flavor. So this one does have the French vanilla. This one has 8 grams of carb. There's no fiber, so that's what it is. That's for 2 tablespoons. So it would be probably a little bit more than the keto, but I just love the French vanilla flavor, so it's not too bad. So again, we're going to put 1 cup of the heavy whipping cream. Let me bring the camera down. So here's my heavy whipping cream. I also get this from Walmart. It's the Great Value. It's the heavy whipping cream. I don't know the carbs on this. It's 1 carb. Nope, 0 fiber. So it's 1 net gram of carbs per 1 tablespoon. So 1 cup would probably be a little bit more, of course, but that's what the recipe calls for, and it's very much keto friendly, so don't worry. This is the ice cream go-to that you want. You don't want to eat regular ice cream that has so much sugar. Oh my God. So this is keto-friendly ice cream. So we got 1 cup. So we're going to pour that again in my blender. I'm going to use the spoon to wipe out that excess like I did in the other one. Okay. So then in this one, you want to use 2 tablespoons of your flavored coffee. It could be from regular flavored coffee like your Folgers, but that is regular coffee, so that might have a lot more carbs. I recommend, like I said, the keto, the Slim Fast Keto. This one has 9 grams of carb minus the 1 for fiber, so equals out the same amount of carbs. This one is per 2 scoops. So in that sense, as far as measurement, this might be slightly a little bit better. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to use, 2 tablespoon scoops. So it kind of balances out. One might be, like I said, the keto Slim Fast might be a slight bit better. But if you want a different flavor, like in this case, I want the French vanilla, just make sure you get the sugar-free. That's the key right there. So this takes 2 tablespoons. So this is my tablespoon measuring spoon. So I just balance it out. So I don't know if you can see me do that. Might have to bring the camera a little bit down. Oh, I'm not trying to make the camera get off of the thing. Okay. So 1 cup of heavy whipping cream went into my blender. 2 tablespoons of your favorite flavor. In this case, mine is the Hills Brother Cappuccino Sugar-Free French Vanilla. And then you want to put a 1/2 teaspoon of your vanilla extract. In this case, I'm using the Molina Mexican Vanilla Blend. I really like it. It has good flavor. The carbs are 0 carbs. So, and I just use like a 1/2 teaspoon of that one. If you want to use a little bit more, feel free. And again, I use 1 tablespoon of the organic stevia sweetener, which is totally healthy for you, totally keto friendly, of course. So 1 tablespoon, dump it in there. And that's all you're gonna put. Let me cover this up. I don't want nothing spilling. So then we're gonna put it to the blender. We're gonna put on the puree setting, which is 35 seconds. No ice, none of that. So I'm gonna turn you over here so you can see it blend again. Sorry for the noise, bear with me. So it's done, here we go. Like I said, I give it a couple of bangs so I can make it go down. I'm opening it up. And I kind of shake off the top as much as I can, but we're gonna get that excess off of the top. This is what it looks like again. So we're gonna take that spoon, bring it, all the stuff from the side down to the bottom, and then, or to the middle, and then we'll scoop it out onto our mason jar. So let's bring this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So maybe a little bit further. There we go. Our rings are churning. So we're gonna scoop all this out into the mason jar. Gotta be very careful because you don't want it to go outside of the mason jar and waste any ingredients, I should say. So I scoop out as much as I can with these big spoons. It's so much easier. Made a little mess there. Okay, so we're going to bring it down, even it out. And any excess to the side, you can bring it down as well. Let me taste this for you. Oh my God, it's so good. I should have tasted the other one, but trust me, it's good. Oh my God, so good. Of course, we're gonna get the excess of the top out. We don't wanna waste any of that. Okay, so we got everything we cut out. Take that excess. This is gonna be only me eating it, so don't worry that I'm putting my fingers in it. Like I said, I'm gonna bring it down, flatten it so it's nice and even. So this is what it looks like in the inside. Take your top, cover it, and then I always wash my hands and wash the outside of the jar. Make sure there's no mess. I can put this in the sink. Wipe my little mess here. It's so quick, so easy to make. Let's see if I can switch this up. Okay. So there you are, your keto mason jar ice cream. These are my two favorite flavors, which again, can be butter pecan or butter almond, whichever you prefer. And my favorite coffee flavor, which like I said, can be the coffee of your choice. In this case, I want some French vanilla flavor, so I'm using the Hills Brother cappuccino. The key is sugar-free, sugar-free. When you use your maple syrup, make sure it's the sugar-free. So every little bit helps to keep your carbs down. These are so good. And so what I might do, I'm gonna let this sit overnight, and then I'm gonna add a clip to where you actually see it done and me eating it and not giving you a taste test, but showing you when it's completely done and frozen and me eating it and what I think of it, which you already know I love it, but I want to show you me eating it and really loving it. So if that makes any sense. So yeah, so try it. You can leave it up to 5 hours. I have always left it overnight. So it's at night. It's about maybe 9. It's 9:53 at night. Actually, I'm a late sleeper. So I was going to do it tomorrow and show you tomorrow, but then we got church and we got so much going on, and my daughter's about to have her baby anytime. So any chance I get to do something, I try to get it out of the way. So I thought, I'm not doing nothing right now. I was just watching some TV and just chilling. So I thought, let me go ahead and do it right now. And so I'll add the clip on how it all came out. Okay, so it's the next day, and I'm gonna show you how my keto mason jar ice creams are doing. I'm gonna open my freezer. There they are, right there. This is the coffee one, the coffee flavored one. And this is the butter almond one. So I'm trying to think of which one do I want to try. I'm going to try the butter almond one, but I got to let it sit out for a little bit because it's probably hard as rocks, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I just took it out the freezer as you saw, so I'm going to try to open it. This part of the lid is easy to get off. It's this one because it's frozen. Oh, popped off. So that's kind of what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. It is really hard. I feel some softness, but it's really hard. So I'm going to have to let it sit out for a little bit. I'm guessing like maybe 15 minutes so it could get a little soft so that I can at least taste it. Probably will still be, or most of it will still be frozen, but at least I'll be able to get a couple of spoons out, taste it for you, and tell you what I think, which I know I love it because I've done it so many times, but I want to show you on video how I actually like it in front of you. So let's give it like 15 minutes and I'll be back to show you my butter almond keto mason jar ice cream. Okay, so I let my keto mason jar ice cream butter almond sit out for a little bit. I calculated, I was watching my show. It's an hour long with commercials, but I was skipping through the commercials. So I calculated I let it sit out for like 30 minutes. I know I have let it sit out for 15 minutes and I was able to pick at it, but I always end up putting it down and letting it sit for a little bit more. So I think about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes may be right. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it and give it a try. See how it's fluff? It's soft, but you can still feel some hard parts in the middle, but the sides are soft. This is what it looks like. Let's try it. Oh my God, it is so good. I already knew that, but every time I taste it, I'm like, yes, this is the bomb. Oh my God, it is so good. I have never tried it with pecans, so I'm really curious to try it with pecans and see if I like it just as much as I do with almonds, or if I even gonna like it better than almonds, or whatever. I gotta update you and let you know what I think if I do it with pecans. It is so good, better than regular ice cream. I really kid you not. I'm gonna learn how to do other flavors. I think a lot of people for other flavors like strawberries, some people do use the strawberries because on the keto diet, the only fruit you can eat is anything in the berry family. Strawberries, blackberries, cranberries, anything that's berry. So if you want to do like a strawberry flavor, I imagine you can use some frozen strawberries. Or I think they have like a extract instead of vanilla extract, banana extract, or some type of banana flavor, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but I'll let you know. I will eat this all by myself. Most of it's soft. It's just like the center is a little hard. It is so good. You definitely need to try it. You will love it. You won't regret it. You won't be missing regular ice cream at all. And imagine when you try a bunch of different flavors. These are just the only two flavors that I make that are my two favorite flavors. But I do want to get into, there's a pumpkin one you can make. I want to try to make a banana one because I love bananas, but I can't eat bananas on the keto diet. So maybe that's a way to get my bananas in. I think it's a banana flavor and a banana extract. There's also keto banana bread. Like my muffins are banana caramel. So, and there's a recipe on how to make banana cake without using actual bananas. So, as I learn more and more recipes, I will definitely share them with you. And this is one thing that the YouTubers, I got this from several different YouTubers. They all make it pretty much the same. But every YouTuber that shares a recipe with you, they tell you to do it. That's what they share it for, is to inspire you. And all you have to do is just make it your own. You can add or take away some ingredient. You know, you just can make it, find a way to make it your own. Like this was a butter pecan recipe, and I made it my own by changing the pecans to almonds. And I love it. So that's how I made it my own. But the other parts of the recipe or what I got from other YouTubers. So yeah, you can learn recipe from other YouTubers. That's what they do it for, is to inspire you. And of course, you could turn around and add something extra or do something a little different and make it your own. That's what it's all about. So this is my take on, instead of butter pecan, butter almonds. So yeah, I also wanted to tell you something else. As I was watching the first clips of this video to see how I was going to edit it, if need be, I noticed that on one part, I'm walking to the sink and you can see my pajamas. When I'm at home and I have no plans to go anywhere, I like to be really comfy. I like to wear these comfy shirts. I have different ones. This one I wear a lot because it's one of my favorite, and there's another blue one that I wear a lot. So you might see the same shirt in different videos because I'm at home and I have no plans to do anything. I'll wash them, put them on, wash them again, put them on, and then I'll either wear some sweats or some pajamas, like some loose pants pajamas, or in the summertime, some pajama shorts. But I like to be comfy. I don't even like to really wear a bra when I'm at home, unless I know we're gonna have company or it's really early and there's a possibility, you know, somebody might come. But other than that, once I get home and I have no plans to go anywhere else, I take the whole bra thing off. A lot of people do that. I know I do. I just want to feel free and comfy and just, you know, like now it's winter, so I get in my comfy blanket and my pillows on the couch and watch my shows and stuff like that, or watch movies with my family, or listen to music, or we cook together and eat together, and we all get in our comfy clothes. My husband likes to be in his sweats if he's not, you know, going anywhere, if he's not going to work in the garden or anything like that. So we're all like that. But I noticed you can see me walk to the kitchen and you can see my pajama pants. In fact, it didn't even match my shirt, but it didn't matter. I just wanted to wear comfy clothes. And so you can see me going and you're like, oh my God, those pants are so huge on her. You could tell that they're very, very loose. And that's because those are pajamas that I had. And I have like 3 sets of just different designs of those pajamas. It was before I lost the 41 pounds on the keto diet. So I haven't bought any new clothes. I bought maybe like 2 or 3 things so far since I've lost weight, but I don't want to buy a lot of clothes because my plan is to lose more weight and I don't want to waste money. When I could either just have my daughter sew it and make it fit for where I'm at now, or just use them as comfy, loose clothes around the house. But my husband was telling me those pajamas are so loose. You could tell you lost so much weight. And he said, but they kind of look a little crazy. You look comfy, but they look a little crazy. And I didn't realize how much because I was just comfy and I could feel they were loose because I've lost 5 dress sizes since I've lost the 41 pounds on the keto diet, which I'm so proud and so happy about. But I'm like, as long as they're comfy and, you know, they kind of feel like they want to fall down a little bit, but not too much. They're still, you know, not that loose where they're just going to come flying down, but I could feel the looseness, but they were comfy. And so he was telling me, he goes, maybe you need to get Carolina to sew it and make it fit you a little bit better. And that way you don't have to go out and buy new stuff if you're not ready. Or just don't wear something a little bit more fitting. He said, because you look comfy, like I said, but it looks a little crazy because it's so big on you. And so I was like, I'm just about being comfy. And so I could see in the video, in one of the video spots or clips, or however you want to call it, that I went to the kitchen as I think the thing was blending, and you could see how loose and crazy it looks on me. So he was so right. He goes, you know, I love you and I think you're beautiful no matter what. He says, so if you're happy, I'm happy. He said, it actually makes me proud of you because you can really see how much you lost weight. So, you know, don't worry about it. But when I saw myself in that video part where I walked to the kitchen, you could see how loose it was on me. So I don't know if you notice, if you'll notice it, but if you want to just keep an eye on it and just say, you'll see that I've lost a lot of weight in those pajama pants. So I think a good idea is maybe I might get my daughter to just make it a little bit more fitting for me. I don't want it tight at all, but just a little bit more fitting where they can still be loose and comfortable, but not baggy-ish or hobo-ish. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do. If it's just worth just going to get a couple of more sets of pajamas that are fitting me for the weight I am now. Maybe I'll just break down and just do that because it's no problem to buy it. I was just wanting to lose a little bit more weight before I bought another few things, you know, or reach my goal weight before I bought a whole new like wardrobe or fixed anything. I don't know, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, so if you notice that, you know, don't judge me. just, just notice that, it's a good thing because I lost this weight on keto diet. So it's working. So if you're on the keto diet and you lose the weight, that's what's going to happen. So like I said, you can either go and buy a few new things at a time, maybe a little bit at a time, maybe 3 or 4 things, and then you lose more weight, buy a few more things. Or like me, I have a daughter that sews, so she can fix all my stuff. So I'll see, maybe I'll do a little bit of both, have some things fixed, buy a few things, treat myself to a few things. I'll figure it all out and let you know what I decide. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you that's just a fun fact of this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my banana ice cream. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Try these recipes. Tell me what you think. I'm going to try to put them again because I did put them in the description bar in the first keto journey video that I did. So you can either go back to that video and go in the description bar and see the recipes. But I'm going to go ahead and put it again in the description bar on this recipe so you can have both the butter almonds / pecans, so you can choose whatever ones you want to use, and then the coffee ice cream, and then try and tell me what you think. But it is amazing. You won't, once you learn these 2 flavors and more, you won't miss regular ice cream at all. And like I said, it's so easy and so quick to make. It's not even funny. It takes little ingredients, and like I said, it's just quick, just easy to do. So I hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to put the notification bell because that's the only way you get heads up whenever I upload a video. And I hope you enjoyed it. Try it out. Let me know. And until my next video, take care.